Every year, around 800,000 tons of raw cashews arrive in one city on Kerala's coast and leave as 90% of India's export quality cashew kernels. This is Kollam, a port so old that Kerala's own calendar is named after it. This is everything you should know about Kollam. Kollam sits on the southwestern edge of Kerala on the Malabar coast, where the Ashtamudi backwaters meet the Arabian Sea. It's about 70 kilometers north of the state capital, Thiruvananthapuram, whose international airport is the nearest air link. The city's own Kollam Junction is one of the largest railway stations in Kerala, on the main line between Thiruvananthapuram and Ernakulam. The district covers 2,483 square kilometers and is home to just over 26 lakh people, about 2.6 million as of the 2011 census. The land changes as you travel east. The coast is a ribbon of fishing villages, beaches, and the vast Ashtamudi lake. Behind it lies a green midland of coconut groves and paddy fields. And further east, the land climbs into the forests and waterfalls of the western Ghats, around Punalur and Pathanapuram. Coast, backwater, and mountain, all inside one district. Kollam district was formed on the 1st of July 1949 from the old princely state of Travancore. It was once much larger. Over the decades, parts of it were carved away to help create Alappuzha district in 1957 and Pathanamthitta in 1982. Today, the district is divided into 6 taluks: Kollam, Karunagappally, Kunnathur, Kottarakara, Punalur, and Pathanapuram, together holding more than 100 villages. The headquarters is Kollam city itself, the 4th largest city in Kerala. Beyond it, towns like Karunagappally, Punalur, Kottarakara, and Paravur each anchor their own corner of the district. Punalur, known for its century-old suspension bridge, Kottarakara as a temple and cultural town. Kollam's real claim to fame is its age. Known to the world for centuries as Quilon, it is one of the oldest continuously inhabited port cities on India's western coast. As early as the 1st century, ships from Rome, Arabia, Persia, and China called here to trade pepper, spices, and pearls. The evidence is written in copper. The Tarisapalli copper plates, issued around the year 849, granted land and remarkable privileges, even tax exemptions and self-governance, to a Syrian Christian merchant and his community to build a church at Kollam. Those same plates carry the first known mention of the great merchant guilds of early Kerala. Kollam's link with China was especially strong. Tang dynasty records name Quilon as a chief port of call, and the Persian traveller Sulaiman, writing in the 9th century, founded the one Indian port large enough for the giant Chinese ships sailing to the Persian Gulf. And in the year 825, the Kollam era, the Kolavarsham was founded here. To this day, Kerala's traditional Malayalam calendar counts its years from that moment in Kollam. Later came the Europeans, the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British, who fought over the spice trade and left their mark at Thangassery, where the ruins of old forts and a lighthouse from 1902 still stand on the shore. If history made Kollam famous, cashew made it rich. Kollam is known as the cashew capital of the world. Around 800,000 tons of raw cashew are brought here for processing every year. And roughly 90% of India's export quality cashew kernels are prepared in and around this district, much of it shelled and graded by hand, by a workforce that is overwhelmingly women. Water is the other half of the economy. Around Ashtamudi Lake, coconut husks are soaked and beaten into coir, one of Kerala's oldest industries. And Kollam's clam fishery on the lake is world famous, the only fishery in India certified by the Marine Stewardship Council, supplying around 80% of the country's export quality clams. Add fishing along the coast, coconut and paddy farming inland, and a steady tourism trade on the backwaters, and you have a district that earns its living from the sea, the lake, and the soil, often all three at once. The language here is Malayalam, And the culture is a blend stirred by 2,000 years of trade. Hindu, Christian, and Muslim communities that have lived side by side since the days of the spice ships. The district's signature celebration is the Kollam Puram, held each April at the Ashramam Maidan, a dazzling procession of caparisoned elephants, drums, and fireworks. Inland at Oachira, devotees gather at a remarkable temple that has no idol and no fixed deity, worshipping instead the universal force of nature, earning it the name Dakshina Kashi, the Kashi of the South. And the food is unmistakably coastal Kerala. Red rice and fish curry, curry mean, the pearl spot fish, tapioca with spicy fish, and of course the cashew, eaten and cooked 100 ways in the very place that processes the world's supply. For its size, Kollam has sent a remarkable number of names out into the world. It's the birthplace of O.N.V. Kurup, the Malayalam poet who won the Jnanpith, India's highest literary honor. Of Resul Pokutti, who won an Academy Award for the sound of Slumdog Millionaire. Of the acclaimed novelist K.R. Meera, the filmmaker Amal Neerad, and the composer Ravindran, whose melodies defined a generation of Malayalam cinema. The 19th century social reformer Chattampi Swamikal, who challenged caste and ritual orthodoxy in Kerala, also belongs to this land. For a visitor, start with the water. Ashtamudi. Its name means 8 braids. For its palm-shaped network of channels, is the second largest lake in Kerala and the southern gateway to the famous backwaters. From Kollam, you can take a houseboat or the long ferry north toward Alappuzha, one of the longest backwater cruises in India. Nearby, Munroe Island is a quiet cluster of 8 islets laced with canals, perfect for a small boat village tour. On the coast, the Thangassery lighthouse and its colonial fort ruins look out over the Arabian Sea, with Tirumullavaram beach just to the north. East of the city, the land rises to spectacle. At Chadaimangalam stands the Jatayu Earth Center, built around the world's largest bird sculpture. Deeper into the Ghats, the Palaruvi waterfall drops around 300 feet through the forest, and Thenmala nearby is celebrated as India's first planned ecotourism destination. And inland sits Sasthamkotta, the largest freshwater lake in Kerala, and a protected Ramsar wetland. Coast, backwater, and mountain. An ancient port that gave Kerala its calendar, and a modern city that feeds the world its cashews. That, in short, is Kollam. If you're from Kollam, tell us in the comments what we missed: a dish, a place, a story. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and drop the name of your own district below. We just might cover it next. Until then, Nandi. Thank you for watching.